Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So today we're going to talk about the foolishness that is Buzzfeed. And guys, once again, in the good book of the red pill over here, we know that it says, "Thou that go woketh shall go broketh," right? And for those of you guys who don't know what Buzzfeed is, I mean, a lot of men don't because it's foolishness, right? Buzzfeed is a woke site that has all these, celebrity quizzes and all they have a really woke YouTube channel where they talk about alphabet stuff. It's just ridiculous, right? But it's really, really popular with a lot of millennial and Gen Z women, right? And there's some blue pill beta male dudes who are on Buzzfeed too. But look at this. Choose between these sweet and savory foods and I'll accurately guess your relationship status. Somehow, guys, they've made a lot of money on this. Don't ask me how. But BuzzFeed a while ago, I want to say in the early 2010s, decided to get into news. So they had BuzzFeed News, right? And we've seen like Vox has the Now This where they report news, but BuzzFeed went into making news. They have a whole news division. And I don't know who thought that was a good idea. I just don't. Because woke news is bad, right? So how are you going to take a company that's super woke and then have them make news and expect it to work? So, as of, let me see, yesterday, BuzzFeed News is shutting down. And guys, we all knew that this was going to happen, right? All of us did. And say that this move came as its parent company, BuzzFeed, seeks further cost cuts. Okay, so we have a couple articles here, and this is from, I think, NBC News. So, in an email, it said BuzzFeed News is shutting down. An email to staff shared with NBC News, BuzzFeed Inc. CEO and co-founder Jonah Peretti said the move was part of a 15% workforce reduction across teams. Now, guys, it's a bloodbath over in tech and all these other areas where they're laying people off in droves, right? So we're kind of headed in this economic downturn. Some would say that we're already there, but it's going to get worse. While layoffs are occurring across nearly every division, we've determined that the company can no longer continue to fund BuzzFeed News as a standalone organization. So Peretti said that he overinvested in BuzzFeed News because, and I quote, "I love their work and mission so much. This may be slow to accept that the big platforms wouldn't provide the distribution or financial support to a premium free journalism purpose-built for social media." He added that he failed to hold the company to a higher standards for profitability to give it a buffer from downturns. Boom, there you go, guys. And this works with movies, like all these film studios who are going woke or whatever. They're not held to the same profitability standards as other companies are until it's too late and they run out of money. You look at Disney and Marvel, Disney and Star Wars, right? They're not trying to worry about profitability because the woke messaging is more important, and now they're hurting. Moving forward, BuzzFeed will have a lone news brand called HuffPost, which BuzzFeed had acquired in 2020, and that's Huffington Post. Now, guys, this is a little bit soft, but I have another article here, right? Look at this. This is from Variety. BuzzFeed News is shutting down. Company lays off 180 staffers. And look, this article says BuzzFeed is shutting down BuzzFeed News because it's not able to turn a profit. So basically, the bean counters finally said, guys, look, we're flushing money down the toilet here. Every single cent that we put into BuzzFeed News is money that we're just throwing down the toilet. And this is a business, okay? You can't let your political ideologies override the need to make money. And here's another thing, guys. For you guys, I know a lot of you guys don't read this BuzzFeed News, but there's a couple of cases, big instances where they had to do retractions because they put out wrong stories, right? They put out the wrong info. Okay. So, according to a memo, CEO Jonah Peretti set to company staff, They're laying off 15% of its employees, or about 180 people. So going forward, BuzzFeed will concentrate its news efforts into a single news organization, which is HuffPost. The company's flagship BuzzFeed.com site will remain in place. Okay. So BuzzFeed News launched in 2012. Yeah, so it was the early 2010s under then editor-in-chief Ben Smith. Peretti said that I made the decision to overinvest in BuzzFeed because I love the work and mission so much. Just think about how dumb of a statement that is, right? HuffPost is a brand that's profitable with a highly engaged and loyal audience. So Huffington Post, does actual newspapers and all of that still. So HuffPost is a brand that is profitable with a highly engaged, loyal audience that is less dependent on social platforms. Peretti also wrote, "We will bring more innovation to clients in the form of creators, AI, and cultural moments that can only happen across BuzzFeed, Complex, HuffPost, Tasty, and First We Feast." The company first started using AI to assist in creating some content, including quizzes, and Peretti said the technology will become part of our core business. Alongside the shutdown of BuzzFeed News, Chief Revenue Officer Edgar Hernandez and COO Christian Baser are leaving the company. BuzzFeed President Marcelo Martin will assume the responsibility for all revenue functions immediately. According to a BuzzFeed rep, there are ongoing discussions about the future of BuzzFeedNews.com, but all the BuzzFeed News work will be preserved and available within the BuzzFeed network. The company also is working to ensure any stories currently in the works from the BuzzFeed News team will be published and promoted on BuzzFeed properties as well. So, guys, I'm not going to get much more into this, but, guys, okay, you're going to have a woke, goofy site about quizzes and just basically chick stuff decide to get into serious journalism and then not make a profit and they just keep throwing money at it. And then finally, they have to give up on it. This is the same thing with Kathleen Kennedy and Star Wars. Miss Woke Patrol took charge of Star Wars and Lucasfilm and drove it into the ground, and they kept throwing money at it. So hopefully at some point they'll have to cut this off too. Or with Marvel, the same way, and Pixar. You can't just make anything go woke and expect it to make money. So, all right, you guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if you even heard of BuzzFeed, if you've seen any other goofy videos on YouTube or any of that, or if this surprises you at all. So, all right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe. I'm out of here.